With the price of ammo and components nowadays, is it really worth it to hand load, or can you get away with just running factory ammo, save yourself time, and get the accuracy that you actually need downrange?
Woo! We are MDT. We design, test, and create precision rifle chassis and accessories to help you shoot better.
We're gonna go through the process of what I do to pick my factory ammo, and then also go through the process and the cost of reloading and see what is actually worth it. So we have 3 quality factory ammos we're gonna test today. We're gonna go and shoot multiple groups with them. We're gonna measure the speeds we're gonna see, and we're gonna go check out the group sizes downrange afterwards. Overall, it's pretty good. It's probably right around half MOA or a little better. I do see a little bit of like a flyer here. I'll just probably call that me. But all the rest of the groups are nice and kind of square or round. And that's really what I'm looking for when I'm shooting this ammo. I wanna see that it's staying kind of round and not, you know, stringing up and down or left and right. So my average is right at 27.24, extreme spread of basically 36, and then I have a standard deviation of 9.5. So essentially 10. Not great, but pretty good for factory ammo. Not as great at groups. Group size are definitely larger. They're kind of like stringy and not as square as the first set of groups. Likely you're gonna start seeing high and low shots at further distances. So overall, not the ammo I'm gonna pick this time around, but we're gonna test one more ammo and see what we get. Definitely see that the groups with ammo C were not nearly as good as ammo A, so that's why we're gonna go and run the ammo A for the next part of the test. Now we're gonna go through the process I use for hand loading to find the best load for my gun. I've decided to go with a 156 ELD Burger. What I'll do now is I'll go and take a safe load that I found online, go usually a little bit below that and a little bit above that, and shoot those in 5-shot groups. From those groups, I go and I see what shoots the best for group size and also has really good numbers. I'll go take those groups, and then I'll go do a seating depth test, 4 or 5 different seating depths, 5-shot groups again, identify what the best group is downrange with the best looking numbers. So now that we've selected the best factory ammo and our best hand loads, we're gonna go compare them at 100 yards and at the same time put a quick 0 on the gun so we can test them at distance. Okay, so the factory ammo that we have here is shooting pretty good. It's just at about 0.72 MOA, so basically 3/4 of an MOA. Hand loads we have here, 5-shot group I have is at a 0.59. I did shank one out the bottom right there just to open it up a little bit more. Without that shot, so a 4-shot group was at about a 0.33. The accuracy of both these rounds are definitely gonna do well downrange. We'll just see what they do on paper down at 500 yards. So what we're gonna do here at 500 yards, shoot on a paper target to show you really that exact size of group that we're gonna see downrange here. Starting with the hand load, and then we'll go do the factory ammo. Okay, so the top group here is the hand loads. You can see the elevation is pretty decent. We got right around 2 inches of elevation. We're a little bit wider at around 4 inches, but we had a pretty good gust of wind when we were shooting this. Down below here, we have the factory ammo. Factory ammo, you can see pretty decent group here, but we had one, leak out the top here. This group come in right around 0.921 MOA. This group was right around a 0.667 MOA. Elevation wise, I was pretty impressed with this one, being right around the 2 inch for the most of the shots, and then leaking one out the top there. Was it me? Was it the ammo? I don't really know for sure. We didn't have speed on it at the time, but overall, they're both going to hit a 6-inch wide target at 500 yards. You are definitely in the realm of the accuracy you need for hunting, shooting NRL Hunter, or for shooting PRS. So is hand loading really worth it? If you don't have the time, probably not. You probably can get away with factory ammo. Nowadays, it's very, very good. As long as you take the time to go and test that factory ammo. To find this load with the factory ammo, I went to the gun range once for about 2 hours and shot enough groups that I felt comfortable that this is the correct ammo to use. Now for the hand loads, I was 3 trips to the gun range, almost 90 rounds by the time I confirmed that distance here when we shot these groups. One of the main reasons why you might want to actually reload though is for that consistency. You go into the gun store and you buy 1 box or 4 boxes of ammo, and you go back say 3 months later to go buy some more ammo, you might not get the same lot, so therefore you might not have the same consistency downrange. When I go and make my loads up in my reloading room, I can know that the loads I made on January 1st are going to be the exact same as the loads I make on December 31st of the next year. Having that consistency with the bullets and the powder and the primers and brass brass that I'm using definitely makes a big advantage for those reloads. So when you add all this stuff up when you are doing your reloading, it probably will work out less expensive per round, especially when you're reusing the brass for say 5 to 10, maybe even 15 reloads. So you don't have that cost of that brass every single time going into it. And you also have to factor in that if you go and you buy in bulk, generally you're going to get better pricing as well. Buy 16 pounds of powder at a time and 5,000 primers, you're probably going to be further ahead for the amount that you're shooting. So if you are going to be shooting a boatload of matches and practicing a ton as well, you're likely going to want to go to hand loads just so you have that consistency and likely will be able to shoot more rounds downrange for the same amount of money.